Now, today our topic is tibial nerve, and tibial nerve, it is the largest terminal branch of the sciatic nerve with the root values of lumbar 4, lumbar 5 and sacrum 1, 2 and 3. We can understand by this picture. I have already told about the sciatic nerve. That is sciatic nerve, which is composed by two parts. One is tibial part, another is common peroneal part. Look at this is the lumbosacral plexus. From here, the sciatic nerve first arises, and from the anterior division of lumbar 4 to sacrum 3, that is L4 to S3 of the anterior division. From here it is for the tibial nerve, and another from the posterior division L4 to S2, and it is for the common peroneal nerve. Both are combinedly from the sciatic nerve, but in the popliteal fossa, that is superior angle of the popliteal fossa, that means lower 1/3 of the thigh, the sciatic nerve divides into two parts. One is tibial part, another is common peroneal part, and this part is green color showing this is the tibial part. Here from here the tibial nerve is arised. That is the point of the superior angle of the popliteal fossa. I have already discussed about the popliteal fossa. We all know about that the popliteal fossa is situated into the posterior compartment of the leg, and it is a diamond shaped space. And from the superior angle here, above the superior angle, the sciatic nerve divides into two parts. One is tibial, another is common peroneal part. And today I will discuss only about the tibial part, this part. And so tibial part, tibial nerve, it is the largest terminal branch of the sciatic nerve, and with root values of L4, 5, S1, S2 and S3, and it supplies both the superficial and deep muscle of the popliteal fossa and back of the leg, and also it gives the plantar branch for the sole of the foot. So origin of the sciatic nerve, origin of the tibial nerve, that is from the sciatic nerve L4 to S3, and course of the tibial nerve, that means the from origin to insertion, that is the tibial nerve typically arises from the, that means the lower third, this is the thigh, and the lower third of the thigh and the posterior third, and it is the larger terminal branch of the sciatic nerve. So the tibial nerve arises from the superior angle or the apex of the popliteal fossa or the lower third of the thigh. From here the tibial nerve is arises, and from its origin the tibial nerve descends down through the popliteal fossa and lies lateral to the popliteal vessel. In the upper part of the popliteal fossa, the tibial nerve lies lateral to the popliteal vessel. That means the popliteal artery and popliteal vein. The popliteal vein and popliteal artery in the tibial, in the popliteal fossa, popliteal artery and popliteal vein, in the above part of the popliteal fossa, it lies medial to the tibial nerve. And as the nerve approaches distal to the distal aspect of the popliteal fossa or runs downwards of the popliteal fossa, then it becomes medial to the popliteal vessel, medial to the popliteal vessels, and pass deep to the head of the gastrocnemius muscle. We know that the gastrocnemius muscle here found in the these are the superficial muscles of the posterior part of the leg, and it also forms the boundary of the popliteal fossa. So after origin from the superior angle of the popliteal fossa, then it runs downwards and reaches the gastrocnemius muscle. Then it passes to the soleus muscle and runs vertically through the deep layer of the posterior compartment of the leg along with the posterior tibial vessel. And then the tibial nerve exits into the posterior compartment of the leg. This is the posterior compartment of the leg. And at the ankle joint, this is the ankle joint. At the ankle joint passing behind the medial malleolus. This is the this is the medial malleolus. This is the medial malleolus. It passing behind the medial malleolus, and here also the muscle is found, which is called flexor retinaculum. Here the tibial nerve situated deep to the flexor retinaculum, and it reaches to the sole of the foot, and where it divides into two terminal branches. One is medial plantar nerve, another is lateral plantar nerves. This is the another picture showing the tibial nerve. This is the tibial nerve, and this is the area of the popliteal fossa. The sciatic nerve, it divides into two parts: tibial nerve and common peroneal nerve. Then it goes downwards up to the sole of the foot. During the course, it gives various articular branch and muscular branch, and also the cutaneous branch. I have discussed it in the letter. So first one, next picture. So first one, the tibial nerve. Tibial nerve, and during its course, it goes from a popliteal fossa up to the sole of the foot, and here it related into three parts. That is, one is popliteal fossa, another is back of the leg, and next is sole of the foot. And for the better understanding, I will discuss individually of these three parts. The first one is the popliteal fossa, and this is the posterior compartment of the leg, and this is the diamond shaped structure. This is showing the popliteal fossa. Popliteal fossa. Here that is the superior angle of the popliteal fossa. The sciatic nerve divides into two parts. One is tibial part, another is common peroneal part, and this is the tibial part, and it enters into, this is the superior angle and this is the inferior angle. It enters into the superior angle of the popliteal fossa, then goes to the inferior angle of the popliteal fossa. I have already discussed about the popliteal fossa. See, and this is the blue color. This is showing the tibial nerve, and this one red color showing the popliteal artery, and the green color is the popliteal vein. And I have already told about this. And that is the in the upper part of the popliteal fossa. In the upper part of the popliteal fossa, tibial nerve lies lateral to the popliteal vessel. That means popliteal artery and popliteal vein. Here it lies lateral to the popliteal vessel, it is tibial nerve. And in the lower part, it is lower part of the popliteal fossa. Here the popliteal nerve it lies medial to the popliteal vessel. Must remember it here. The sequence are changed from in above and in below. And here in the popliteal, there is another graphic presentation of the tibial nerve. That is the tibial nerve, and tibial nerve this is the region of the popliteal fossa, then leg, then sole of the foot, and from popliteal fossa up to the sole of the foot. In the course or distribution, it gives various branches, and this is the popliteal fossa. It supply. I will discuss today only the popliteal fossa. And the popliteal fossa, it gives 3 genicular branch, or it is also called the articular branch. These are the genicular branch, 3 genicular branch for the knee joint, and the muscular branch, that it supply the medial head of the gastrocnemius, lateral head of the gastrocnemius, plantaris muscle, popliteus muscle, and popliteus muscle. Then it gives another cutaneous branch, that is called the sural communicating nerve, and then in the leg it supply all the posterior compartment, all the muscles of the posterior compartment of the leg. These are the deep muscle of the posterior compartment of the leg. That is the soleus, flexor digitorum longus, tibialis posterior, flexor hallucis longus. Then in the sole of the foot, it gives also 2 branches. One is medial plantar nerve, another is lateral plantar nerve, and these are the supply, and it supply the various muscle. I will be discussed in later. So first one, that is the popliteal fossa. That is the popliteal fossa. In here, the popliteal fossa, tibial nerve enters in the superior angle of the popliteal fossa and runs into the inferior angle of the popliteal fossa. And here it gives 2 3 genicular branch. That means 3 genicular branch like this way, and this is for superior genicular branch, and superior genicular branch, this is the superior genicular branch, and it is located on the surface of the medial condyle of the femur. And next, and that is the medial genicular, and this is like this way, this is the medial genicular branch. Medial genicular branch, it pierces the posterior capsule of the knee joint, and to supply the structure located into the intercondylar notch of the femur. And next, this is the inferior genicular branch. Inferior genicular branch, it runs along the upper border of the popliteus and to reach the medial condyle of the tibia. Now, there is also cutaneous branch, and cutaneous branch that is called sural nerve, and which arises from the middle of the popliteal fossa, like this way, and goes to the inferior angle of the popliteal fossa, then goes to that is the posterior part of the leg, and ultimately runs in the lateral side of the leg. This is for sural nerve. This is one cutaneous branch which is called sural nerve. And next to the muscular branch, here the muscular branch, that means it supply the muscles it is the medial side, this is the lateral side. Here like this way, here situated the medial head of the gastrocnemius, lateral head of the gastrocnemius. This is lateral side, like this way. The lateral head of the gastrocnemius, and it supply the lateral head of the gastrocnemius. Lateral head of the gastrocnemius. Then there also situated the plantaris muscle. Plantaris muscle. It also supply the plantaris muscle. Then also there is found the soleus muscle. It also supply the soleus muscle. And next to the in the medial side there is medial head of the gastrocnemius muscle is found, and it supply the medial head of the gastrocnemius muscle in the medial side. So the tibial nerve, it is the tibial nerve. It is the larger terminal branch of the sciatic nerve, and with the root values of lumbar 4, 5, sacrum 1, 2, and 3, and it supplies both the superficial and deep muscle of the back of the leg. And origin from the sciatic nerve, that is L4 to S3. L4 to S3, and course of the popliteal course of the tibial nerve. And the tibial nerve that typically arise in the lower third of the posterior thigh as the layer of the terminal branch, it is the larger terminal branch of the sciatic nerve, and situated close to the apex or superior angle of the popliteal fossa. And from its after origin, the tibial nerve descends through the popliteal fossa, and here it lies lateral to the popliteal vessel, and as the nerve approaches the distal spect of the popliteal fossa, it becomes medial to the popliteal vessels and pass deep to the heads of the gastrocnemius muscle. Then it passes deep to the soleus muscle and runs vertically through the deep layer of the posterior compartment of the leg, and along with the posterior tibial vessels. Then it goes to the tibial nerve exists on the posterior compartment of the leg at the ankle joint, and passing behind the medial malleolus, that is deep to the flexor retinaculum, to reach the sole of the foot, where it divides into two terminal branches. One is medial, another is lateral plantar nerves. And next branches in the first one, that is the popliteal fossa. There is three genicular branch. That is, one is superior medial genicular branch, and located on the surface of the medial condyle of the femur. That is the medial genicular branch. It pierces the posterior capsule of the knee joint to supply the structures located on the intercondylar nodes of the femur. Now next, that is the inferior genicular branch. And inferior genicular branch, it runs along the upper border of the popliteus to reach the medial condyle of the tibia. Now the muscular branch in the lateral side, it supplies the three muscle, that is the lateral head of the gastrocnemius muscle, and soleus muscle, and plantaris muscle. Here the plantaris muscle, the nerve to the plantaris, it also supply the superior and inferior tibiofibular joint, and interosseous membrane. The membrane which is found between the tibia and fibula, it is called interosseous membrane. So the nerve to the plantaris, it again supply the superior and inferior tibiofibular joint and interosseous membrane. And the medial side, it supply the medial head of the gastrocnemius muscle. And next, that is the cutaneous branches. One is cutaneous branch. Which is called sural nerve. It arises from the middle of the popliteal fossa. Middle of the popliteal fossa and exits at the inferior angle. And it supply the skin of the lower half of the back of the leg. It supply the skin of the lower half of the back of the leg. Lower half of the back of the leg, and lateral border of the foot, Again I am showing the picture. You can see. This is the tibial nerve here in the popliteal fossa. It gives three genicular branches. One is superior, that is three genicular branch. One is that is the superior medial genicular branch, then medial genicular branch, then inferior medial genicular branch. And one cutaneous branch, that is for the sural nerve. And next, this is the muscular branch. The muscular branch, it supply in the lateral side for the muscles of, that is the this is one. This is the lateral gastrocnemius, lateral head of the gastrocnemius muscle. This is the point, lateral head of the gastrocnemius muscle, then plantaris muscle and popliteus muscle. And the popliteus muscle, it is in the especially for the back of the leg. And in the popliteal fossa, it supply mainly the lateral head of the gastrocnemius muscles, then plantaris muscle and soleus muscle. And in the medial side, it is for the medial head of the gastrocnemius muscle. And the remaining portion, that is the back of the leg and the sole of the foot, I will discuss in the later.